The second Bloodgate. I should warn you, Hunter. You may find the trial ahead more difficult than I originally let on. The gods will push you harder, and you might very well fail.
And if I do?
You dust yourself off and you get back in there. Or you train, rethink your approach, and come back later, when you feel ready.
And what if I am hurt? Or worse still, what if something happened to Charlie?
Neither of you will be harmed, dear. That's not what this is about. The Elder Gods want to see what you're made of, but they're not out to get you. Well, except Chthon, but you already knew that.
Then I should make an attempt while I am here.
I'm sure you'll be fine. Just enjoy yourself. You're the only one getting an opportunity like this.
I will do my best.
Oh, and Hunter? I should mention, you'll only be able to make one attempt at the trials per night. Even the old gods grow weary of their children eventually. Good luck. When many of the Elder Gods were corrupted and became what we would call demons, the god Atum, born from Gaia herself, was set upon our world to slay these monsters. In that sense, the two of you have had a shared purpose. Fight well, Hunter, and he may just honor you with his blessing.
They cannot possibly match your strength. Leave some for the rest. Mercy for the souls of one. You were too weak for this fight. I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. I am impressed. need. They are still coming for me.
A tomb was unleashed and made quick work of the demons, but in the process, he became something of a monster himself. He even became known as the Demogorg, the God Eater.
This is a cautionary tale. Your mother abandons you. Now that was something. Welcome assistance. You had your chance to escape. Maybe you do not realize the trouble you are in, friend.
The Elder Gods are clearly aware of Lilith's efforts. These beasts...
Now that was something. break my resolve.
I think Blade is honestly jealous that you're getting this extra training in. And at the end,
This shall be of great help. I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. Leave some for the rest of us. Might not make it back from this one.
if that doesn't make an impression on Autumn, I don't know what will. Good work, Hunter.
This looks like an approach.
With Atum's help, you shouldn't have any trouble uncovering the more elusive elements hidden throughout the grounds. Why don't you try out his blessing on that stone over there?
The son of Gaia approves. Autumn be praised. Something terrible happened here. This area, it feels wrong somehow. I sense an old suffering.
Members of the local coven were persecuted here. And worse.
Witches?
Salem's history with witches may have been distorted over the years, but some things are true. The witches of Salem did their best to thwart Shaw, but he rallied his congregation against them. The catalyst of the infamous Salem witch trials. When the Coven called out in distress, it was Lilith and Sarah who came to their aid.
They came all the way from Transia with the Abbey to help a group they had never met?
You may not believe it, but I'm sure you would have done the same. Isn't that why the Sons are here today? Aside from that, your mother and Sarah both saw the signs of Chthon's influence. They knew there was more happening in Salem than the persecution of witches.
Chthon's corruption had taken root in the New World just like the colonists themselves.
And while Lilith and Sarah were still preoccupied in Transia, they entrusted one of the Moon Seals to the Knights of Wundagore, who brought it to the Coven with the hope that its power would reinforce them enough to deal with Shaw.
But that is not what happened.
Unfortunately, no. When the plague came to Salem, the same one that afflicted your father, Shaw used it to further agitate his flock by placing the blame squarely on the Coven.
And the witches?
The mob was vicious. And the rest is history.
But what about the Moon Seal?
After the trials, the Moon Seal vanished along with Shaw. Without drawing any conclusions, I think we can both guess where it went.
If this was his church, then it is possible the seal is still here, or somewhere nearby.
You read my mind. Good hunting, dear.
The goddess disagrees. This must be Shah's study. Blessings of the goddess.
Yes, dear?
Tell me about Hiram Shah.
By all accounts, Hiram Shah was a desperate man. Desperate for power, wealth, influence, the usual desires that cloud men's minds. As I understand it, he was a largely unsuccessful minister before his arrival at Salem, traveling from place to place, swindling whatever followers he managed to gain before being run out of town. To think that a simple man like Shah finding a piece of the Darkhold was enough to set all of this in motion, it puts things in perspective.
What do you know about my father?
That's not an easy question, dear. What would you like to know? Was he a good man? Yes, I think he was. Your mother loved him dearly, and he doted over her. I think for a time she forgot who she was, where she came from. And I don't mean that as a bad thing. She and Sarah both deserve to find something more than just another fight with Chthon. Lilith did. Sarah didn't. At least, not for a while longer still. I honestly think that's the only thing she ever had against him, blood or not. Until we speak again.
There must not be anything here. Autumn thinks otherwise. If it was here, Autumn would show me. Autumn does not answer. The goddess must be busy. The ward is not like anything I have seen on the grounds before.
And yet, it's familiar somehow.
Like the wards of protection that Wanda invoked to protect Dr. Strange's sanctum?
Very perceptive, dear. Maybe you should approach the good doctor and see if he has any insights. And Hunter, be circumspect. Dr. Strange is no fool. It's always good to see you.
Did Wanda ever make it to this place?
I suspect she did. But if she discovered something, she didn't tell me. Goodbye, for now.
How long did the Salem witches hide here before meeting their end? Autumn reveals all. Interesting.
No demons to report here, boss.
I have something for you.
Oh?
Here you are.
Wonderful. We can use it in the ritual.
How's it going?
Ah, Hunter, I was just admiring the collection. Someone spent a great deal of time piecing this library together. I hope you don't mind me, having a look around.
Of course not, Doctor. The library is an asset to us all.
I see I'm not the only one who's taken an interest in these works. You haven't been getting into anything precarious, I hope?
I've found something on the Abbey grounds that I think you should see.
Oh, sounds mysterious. By all means, lead the way. I typically avoid venturing this far from the Abbey, especially at night. It makes Tony nervous, you see. Not in the I'm concerned about your personal well-being, Doctor sense. I think he's actually more afraid of what might happen to my side of the forge without proper supervision. Which, to be fair, is a valid concern. And in most cases, I'm perfectly content to bide my time studying safely indoors. But I'm sure there's nothing to fear with you by my side, Hunter. There's an unsettling air about this place.
This church belonged to a preacher named Hiram Shah. His influence turned Salem against its coven.
You were right to bring this to my attention, Hunter.
We thought it resembled one of your wards of protection.
There's a reason for that. It's the same magic Wanda invoked in her attempts to protect the Sanctum. But what is it that you're chasing out here? These wards aren't something to toy with.
I will not know for sure until I get past this. Is there any way to dispel it?
Unfortunately, no. What good would the wards of protection be if they were so easily broken? But I have been wrong before, at least recently. Do you have any suspicions as to who may have conjured this here?
Wanda spent a great deal of time out here,
And she had the power.
She does have some experience with these spells, but why would she do that?
The only way I will know for sure is to find a way through to the other side.
I'll think on it and see if I can come up with some way to assist you, Hunter. For now, though, you'll have to be patient.
How goes it, Hunter? Or is it the Hunter?
Ain't no rest for the Midnight Suns.
Yo, it's good to see you.
Why, hello, Hunter.
It's good to have you around again.
That looks good. Very nice. I wonder who painted this. Sarah will like that. I have always liked this one. That is something. Beautiful. Intriguing. That looks good. Very nice. I wonder who painted this. Sarah will like that. I will see if I can find you a treat later. Hello, my sweet girl.
Thanks, Hunter.
What's happening, Hunter?
When this is over, we should go skiing.
The two of us?
Oh, I meant the whole team, but sure. Either works for me.
Why ski when you can fly?
I'm not just my powers hunter. Sometimes I like to take it slow, just roll with the mountainside. Don't you?
I will try skiing if you do not mind teaching me.
That's the spirit. Maybe ski instructor is my backup career. We'll start on the bunny slopes. I'll teach you pizza and french fries. There'll be a thermos of hot cocoa waiting for you.
I do not want to hold you back.
Oh, you're fine. We'll take it at your pace. I enjoy slowing down, remember? Relaxing. Thanks, Hunter.
Is this what you wanted to show me? A mushroom?
Fascinating, isn't it? Some of the rarest species of flora I've ever seen. Carol says there are mushrooms growing in these woods that were thought extinct decades ago. And that tree over there? I'm pretty sure it just winked at me.
I did not realize you were so interested in nature, Tony.
Oh, I'm not. I have terrible allergies. I'm just petrified to be inside.
Tony.
I know. I'm sure it will be all fine in the end. I mean, look at us. First time I laid eyes on you, I assumed you were gonna swallow my soul. And now here we are, two friends enjoying a moment.
The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
You're right, of course. I'm just surprised you didn't work in a basilisk or giant spider or some other terrible monstrosity you've beheaded over the years.
Yes, I suppose your situation is not unlike unraveling the web of Rorg, the Spider King. One strand at a time.
And there it is. Well, I suppose it's time to get back to the old abbey before Caretaker sicks the hounds of hell on us. Well, hound.
Are you sure? I could stay outside longer if...
No, I'm good. Better, in fact. Owe you one. Besides, that tree I mentioned that winked at me before, I think it just took a few steps closer.
What's good?
You're looking well, Hunter.
You used to be a surgeon.
Yes. What seems like long ago.
Do you miss it?
No.
You are not usually so brief.
Stephen Strange, the surgeon, was a very different person. Selfish, vain, and prone to grandiose delusions of grandeur.
What could cause you so much shame?
I cared more for personal status than my patients. Most of those were wealthier clients who could afford the procedures. I did no harm, mind you, but for all my talent, I can't say I did much good. Let's endeavor to meet again soon.
That was a worthy hangout, Hunter. Hey there. We should have brought some playing cards.
Hunter. Does the night sky seem darker than usual?
I had not noticed. Why do you ask?
It's just off somehow. I swear the moonlight on a clear evening is too dim for this time of year. Same with the torches outside the Abbey.
Could we ask someone about this? Maybe Nico or Strange.
Maybe. As long as it's not in my head. If we're both saying it this time next week, let's bring it up to them.
Sounds good. What do you think it means?
My concern, as always, is vampires. Darker nights give them opportunity, mobility, and more chances to feed.
That is disturbing.
That's the world I know. There better be a next time. We better get back to stopping the prophecy now.
Hunter?
Ileana.
What? Oh, sorry. I was off somewhere else, thinking about my brother.
You have a brother?
Yes, Piotr. He's older, very protective. He wanted to come here with me, but... no. This part of my life isn't for him.
It is nice that he cares so much.
You'd think so, but this is more about his guilt than my safety. Piotr blames himself for not protecting me in the past. Now he sees me as some fragile bird.
That is not fair to you. You are one of the Midnight Suns, and a formidable one at that. He must see that you can protect yourself.
You don't know Piotr. To say he's immovable would be an understatement. Anyway. Thank you for talking. It is good to get out of my mind once in a while.
I feel weird after meditating.
Hunter, you need a hobby.
What? Like this?
No, something you can do by yourself during the bleak moments.
I used to work with wood. Carved my own toys, built some simple furniture. Tables were easier than chairs.
Have you thought about doing this again?
Maybe. The tools are different. I would need to find the right kind of wood. I'm sure there's some around the Abbey.
Hunter, if you ever carve me a toy, I will paint it.
You paint?
Nothing I would share. But that's the point of hobbies, yes? You do it for your own enjoyment. I'm not smiling. I am pleasantly surprised.
I'm ready when you are. Do your thing.
What you doing, Charlie? This should be useful.
What's up, Big H? Hey, Hunter. This should be quick. Take your pick, Hunter. What can we work on for you, Hunter?
Until next time.
You're the best girl. You know that, right? What is it, Charlie? Find something?
Think Dr. Strange knows Merlin? Practice makes perfect. See you around.
I took care of that for you.
See you soon.
Hey.
If Hydra wants a straight-up fight, then I say give them everything you've got.
Objective locked in.
Maybe you can give them a lesson they won't forget.
I will do as you ask.
One more time.
Will be judged.
That was something.
Hostile unit on the move. Suffer!
mine! They're hoping to wear me down. All join Lilith together.
Accept your fate. We will stoke the fires of hell with your soul. Target's moving.
Getting chewed up here!
So that's how that works.
It's all coming back to me.
We serve until the end. We're all good. I was born for this. Bring about your own demise.
Engaging target! Someone feel a breeze.
I almost felt that one.
On Beta, moving into position.
You're ready now.
I'm glad they're feeling confident. Not a problem.
Hail that!
I'm on it.
Nice! It is time! We will not fail! You will not be forgotten for this!
They must know my reputation.
Got a little cocky there.
We've got movement here!
Lock and load. Ready up. This fight's in the bag.
spared.
Well, that guy wins coolest hero persona.
We serve until the end. Are you ready? My time to shine.
I think I pushed my luck. Take this! Which arm are you guys again? Arm D, B team, third string?
Your fate is sealed. Weak, even for Hydra.
Judgment, come. For the mother! Let's see how tough you are. Hope you're ready.
This doesn't happen often.
You had your chance to escape. You are lucky to still be breathing. You were too weak for this.
Hopefully they learned their lesson. But we all know that's wishful thinking.
Hunter.
You're looking well, Chief.
Hi, Hunter.
What is the strangest spell you ever cast?
On purpose? Oh, at my cousin Ray's bachelorette party, I may have brought her favorite cartoon to life.
Go on.
She used to obsess about this old kids show with talking sea creatures, and I thought, what better time to use the Staff of One? She'll never forget this night.
What happened?
She'll never forget how her favorite cartoon characters showed up as exotic dancers. Nor will she ever forgive me.
Must have been a bad time for everyone.
Yeah, my judgment was a bit, let's say, compromised. Since then, I've only used my magic when I'm clear-headed. That could have gone really bad.
Sounds like it did.
True. A beloved cartoon crab trying to start a knife fight with a sushi chef? That's something I'll take to my grave. Can we do it again? Nico needed her pool time. Ah, thanks, Hunter. It's super easy to hang out with you, Hunter. I wish I knew how to cook.
You could learn.
Meh, that requires effort.
I have a variety of suggestions for you.
Oh, okay.
You could take a cooking class. I understand there are a few available through your Spark. Caretaker might be willing to teach you. She has centuries of knowledge on her side.
Yeah, maybe I'll look into it on my own.
Are you sure? I have more ideas.
Nah, I'm good. I really needed that. Birds are weird, and that didn't change my mind.
You are the best girl. You know that, right?
What have you got for me, boss? How does this look? What can we work on for you, Hunter?
Always a pleasure.
Aha! Yet another victory for the hunter.
Damn it! You totally ambushed me with that pair of queens. I have to admit, I didn't think you'd be such a formidable poker player. Yet another reason to respect you.
It is just beginner's luck. I'm sure your next hand will vanquish me.
There you go again, being all unexpectedly humble and generous. You're a hard demon to dislike, Hunter. Even if you are beating my butt at Hold'em.
You do not dislike me, Captain?
Don't get too excited. I didn't say I liked you either, but you've got potential.
Deal another hand, then?
I'm all in.
Thought it might be nice to get away from the others and not talk for a change.
So we are going to fight again?
Not exactly. You've proven you can handle yourself with a sword, Hunter. But a warrior's greatest weapon is their mind. Yoga requires discipline, balance, and control. 3 things I'm hoping you've got in spades. How about we grab a couple of mats and find out?
Agatha instructed me in multiple postures from the original sutras themselves. I would be happy to show you a few techniques.
Well, I didn't exactly learn my asanas from the mall, Hunter.
Okay, Blade. Let us do this.
Was hoping you'd say that. Now sit down, relax, empty your mind. Or as Magic likes to say, pretend you're Robbie.
I want to share something with you. Something I have never shared with another.
Magic,
When I was at Professor Xavier's school, I would listen to this album in my room all the time. Sometimes for many days straight.
Why?
There is not much music in Limbo, Hunter, unless you count the distant screams. But in this world, there is so much music. It is everywhere, which can be just as frightening sometimes. Limbo taught me it was best to be alone. It is how I prefer things.
You are not alone now.
Good, you noticed. The others would not understand. But I know you will, as we both have so much in common.
Limbo may appear to some like a nightmarish place, but it was your home. Do you...
miss it? Sometimes, yes. I miss the power I had there. The absolute control. It is the only childhood I remember now. This record reminds me of what it was like to be young and invincible.
Then I look forward to hearing it.
Okay, enough talking. Let's listen to the album now. The second hour is when it really gets good.
Think Dr. Strange knows.
good, as they say.
Ready to work? Peace.
Hunter?
On the prowl?
Ah, this is exactly what I needed. A chance to quiet my cluttered mind and just be.
What thoughts clutter your mind, Doctor?
Ever since the Sanctum was lost, I felt a bit adrift. Lost in a cosmic sea in which I've lost my ability to navigate. I've been giving a lot of thought to the direction my life will take if we survive your mother's apocalypse, but who am I if I'm not Sorcerer Supreme?
Sorcerer Supreme or not, you are still an Avenger.
But is that all I am? All I want to be?
Perhaps this is what you should meditate on.
Yes, that's a bright idea. Thank you for still having faith in me even when I've lost faith in myself. You are proving to be a most unexpected friend.
Bye.
Hi.
I know I've asked a lot of you recently, dear, especially when it comes to these little excursions. But there is one more thing you could do to make an old witch happy.
If it were not so good to see you again, I might think you were taking advantage of me.
Hunter. You certainly are the product of your environment. Between Sarah and I suppose we're just lucky you didn't turn out more cynical. Besides, this might be interesting. Now that the altar is in working order, we just need to reignite my cauldron.
How interesting can that be? Your cauldron was always churning with some concoction in the old days.
Yes. And how do you think that was possible? It's not just any flame we're talking about here. Maybe you've heard tale of the demon fueling the forge? A fire-breathing demon, no less, blazing as hot as the flames of hell itself. Fortunately, I'll only require a single ember.
I can see where this is going. How do I find it?
I've enchanted this vessel to protect you from the ember's heat. You should be able to get close enough to retrieve it through one of the old mine tunnels beneath the forge.
I have seen the tunnels. They were here before the Abbey.
I'm not surprised. You always have been curious. The tunnel may lead close enough to the heart of the forge to retrieve an ember.
This must be the tunnel entrance Agatha spoke of. This must be an ember from the forge. I have the ember. The bottle is not even warm.
If it were giving off any heat at all, I'd be concerned, given the enchantment on that vessel. Now, let's see if this old girl still works.
So I can use the cauldron to brew... things?
Essentially, yes. Collect reagents on the Abbey grounds. You'd be surprised what we can make use of.
And I just dropped the ingredients in. Is that not dangerous?
That's part of the fun, isn't it? And I see you've already found a recipe book. I doubt you'll have any trouble following along. Lovely, dear. You're a natural. That was expertly done, Hunter. I expected no less from someone as skilled as you. Hunter, feeling well today, dear?
I have heard that Wanda's power comes from Chthon.
The way I understand it, as a child, Wanda and her family lived in Transia, not far from Mount Wundagore. Within that mountain, the dark god Chthon had long been imprisoned, his corruptive influence an ongoing threat to the people of Transia.
And Wanda was affected?
Whether Chthon reached out to Wanda, or he found her by chance, I can't say. But Wanda was blessed or cursed by Chthon, touched by the power of chaos magic. While he had hoped to make her some sort of acolyte, she proved to be more capable than even he foresaw.
What can you tell me about Chthon?
One of the first Elder Gods, Chthon is said to have existed for tens of millions of years, well before the dawn of humanity on Earth. Believe it or not, he wasn't always the bastion of evil that we know today.
This story sounds familiar.
As the legend goes, the downfall of the old gods was actually brought upon by Chthon's brother Set, who found that by consuming his siblings, he could gain their power. After Set consumed Hypus, Chthon followed suit with the others, and in this way, many of the first gods also became the first demons.
And how did he come to be imprisoned on Earth?
In the same way Hydra has worked to restore Lilith, various cultists of the past sought to revive Chthon to wield his power. When Chthon failed to cooperate, these same cultists did the only thing they could. They locked him away again.
What do you know about Transia?
Transia is your ancestral homeland, Hunter. The birthplace of Lilith and Caretaker. It has always been a sort of magical junction, drawing in every type of occultist, sorcerer, and even the occasional Elder God. The Abbey grounds still behave in much the same way, even after all this time.
And Wundagore?
Wundagore Mountain has always played a prominent role in whatever scheme was underway. Chthon himself is said to have created the Darkhold, deep within the caverns of the mountain.
What was Caretaker like when she was younger?
I'm sure it's difficult to remember now, but Sarah wasn't always the steadfast contrarian. In our younger days, she was much more enthusiastic about dashing off to save the day, not unlike some of our younger allies among the Suns.
That does not sound like the Caretaker we know and love.
Keep in mind, Hunter, Sarah has faced a great deal of loss in her time here. Everyone she ever cared about, in fact. I would say she's earned the right to be disagreeable, at the very least. She is a very strong woman. I'm not sure I would have held up as well, given the same circumstances.
Who were the Knights of Wundagore?
Another mysterious group of heroes in a world full of mysterious groups. Of course, I'm no expert on Transian history. I do know that the Knights of Wundagore were formed as a response to the growing threat of Chthon's influence near the mountain.
What exactly did they do?
Hydra was hardly the first to dabble in chthonic schemes. Many have tried and failed to awaken the Dark God. Over the centuries, the Knights fought alongside a number of allies who stood against the various crazed worshippers of Chthon.
You were there? At the witch trials?
Not initially, no. If I had been, I like to think I could have stopped them, before it was too late. I sensed something was wrong, and when the witches cried out in distress, I came to Salem as quickly as I could.
But Shah had already committed his crimes against them?
Yes. It was a devastating discovery. And for the longest time, I blamed myself.
But you see now it was not your fault.
I've come to understand that we must accept the past and move on. But that doesn't mean I won't always carry that pain with me.
I know that feeling all too well.
I know. And I wish you didn't, dear. I really do.
What is this?
Why, hello, Hunter.
Hydra forces in this area are causing trouble. Let's take them down.
Not a problem.
Is that all? Don't mess with me.
Hail that!
Get me out of here! Hostile unit on the run. Judgment come. Only the innocent are dead. not fail!
I cannot seem to focus.
The worthy are standing.
One more time.
Has chosen you. We will stoke the fires of hell with your soap. We will never forsake her.
They really want to get on my bad side.
I hope you're ready for this. Ready up. Bring it.
Is that the best you've got?
Here we go. Now they're really in trouble.
Fall back and regroup. The guilty have already begun to fall.
were too weak for this fight.
We've done it. Excellent work.
Ah, Hunter, I see you.
Privyet, Hunter. Yes?
Oh, hey.
I should have guessed.
Guessed what?
That you wanted to show me another movie.
Not just another movie, my favorite movie. It's something I make all my friends watch with me.
We are friends now?
Well, I mean, I think you can be cool when you want to be.
I am cool.
For a 300-year-old artifact, you're getting there.
Why is she wearing that hideous red dress?
Ugh, you're tearing me apart, Hunter. Pay attention.
It is a bit difficult. This movie is rather terrible.
It's called Camp, Hunter. It's supposed to be a little bad, but in a good way. Besides, it's a cult classic. Kind of like you.
I will try and take that as a compliment.
You're really starting to fit in with the rest of us, you know? We might just make a Midnight Sun out of you yet.
Are you having problems with your depth perception? Thanks, Hunter.
What's good?
The legend walks among us. You know I know magic, right?
All right, then.
This should be useful. This will do nicely. Always better to be prepared.
Welcome to Tony's Scary Demon Cave. I'm Tony. How may I assist you today? Take your pick, Hunter. Ready when you are, Hunter. See ya, Hunter.
You know, you should consider getting yourself a nice cloak.
Really? Why?
A good cloak adds so much gravitas to your presence. It commands respect and exudes authority. Plus, it's very comfortable. Assuming you choose a good fabric, of course.
I am intrigued. Maybe you can help me pick one out.
Absolutely. One day, when we're not running around to put out Hydra's fires, you and I should go shopping. There is an excellent place in the West Village I could take you to.
That sounds wonderful. I'm always up for a new look.
Once you get one, you'll want to wear it everywhere, trust me.
Do you have many cloaks, or just the one?
Oh, I had many. Have many. Unfortunately, most are still locked away in the sanctum, so I have only one now.
It seems to have served you well.
Yes. Yes, it has. Let me know if you have other cloak-related questions. I'll be around.
Well met.
Intriguing.
Time's wasting, Hunter. Don't stress it too much. Do your thing. Later.
Hydra forces in this area are causing trouble. Let's take them down.
We'll handle it.
Get to the trucks and grab those artifacts before they roll out.
This feels all too familiar.
This should be good. Does Hydra even pay you enough to cover your medical bills?
Your time has come. handle that.
Hydra's in control of the situation.
Follow my lead. That's not supposed to hurt.
Hope you're ready. You're gonna remember me.
You got nothing to fear. No.
That truck is about to move out. You're running out of time.
Got an artifact.
Down. But it won't stop them. Get to the artifact before they figure out what happened.
This shall be of great help.
They're repositioning.
You're safe. Power of the light. Let us see if they have an answer for this.
The battlefield is ours. Ready for a real hit?
Lucky shot.
Reinforcements inbound.
You want to help out here or what? Got an artifact.
The artifacts are secure, but why don't you teach Hydra a lesson while you're there?
That'll work. This should help a little. You have earned this.
We got someone down over here.
You can all join Lilith together.
It's good to be back. Maybe you should teach me that one.
Let's do it. Hope Hydra has good insurance. Sure, why not?
I am impressed. They do not seem to be a match for us.
I'll put this to use. Should get the blood moving. Playtime. I'm on. It sounds to me like they just missed their mama.
compromised.
Payback's gonna be fun.
Time for the real thing.
Let's get this started.
This shouldn't take long. I gotta say, the whole Hail Hydra thing is pretty stale. Got any new material?
They cannot stop us now.
That's what I'm talking about.
We've done it. Excellent work.
Of all the things to use magic for.
Hey there.
Why, hello, Hunter.
Hi, Hunter.
All hail the conquering heroes. Someone toss us some Stark drives.
Sup?
Are you having problems with your depth perception?
Tony, why do you name everything after yourself?
Well, you seem like a bright person. Why don't you tell me?
Because you love seeing your name and love everyone else seeing your name.
Ouch, that hurts, boss. Do you really think that little of me? I explained the naming thing in one of my Tony talks. Hanging with Tony's always a good time.
Was there something you wanted to tell me?
Have you ever noticed an unusually ornate bowl sitting near my altar? Keep an eye out for it the next time you're there. You'll know it when you see it.
This bowl always here? This looks like it belongs here. Almost as if it were meant to be. Perfect. I think that works. Is that meant to be an offering bowl on the altar?
Another artifact Wanda was toying with but could never make work. I'm curious. Next time you find yourself there, place something in the bowl and speak an Elder God's name. Perhaps it will work for you now that you have their blessing.
looks like it belongs here. Maybe I should come back later. Almost as if it were meant to be here. This does not seem to work right now. This must not be right.
It's good to have you around again.
Can I help you?
It's weird looking up at the stars after having been up there. For a recently animated corpse who's missed a few centuries of culture, you're a good hang.
Even a sorcerer supreme can't rest on his laurels.
Do your thing.
What have you got for me, boss? You're welcome, Hunter. I'm pretty sure Charlie left a steaming coil in the hallway. Third state of matter, indeed. You find more coil, send it my way.
Fascinating.
Hail, fellow... can emo kids be singular?
Thanks, Hunter.
Hunter?
Hydra forces in this area are causing trouble. Let's take them down.
It's as good as done.
You'll need all the help you can get. Judgment comes.
Welcome assistance.
Hold this up. Here's one for ya. This should be good. Try and stop me now.
For the mother! I'll handle it.
That actually hurt a little.
Vision is unclear. You know what to do.
I might need some help here. Let's change things up.
Lilith. Hail that!
I'll give it a whirl.
I'm impressed. Your time has come. Friend in need.
Appreciate it. Hydra Immortalis.
As long as you're ready for the counter.
What's happening?
Let's see how tough you are. The stench of their sins fills the air. Accept your fate.
Well, that's interesting. How about this one?
Is that the best you've got?
This usually works. And don't come back.
The enemy has the upper hand. We're all gonna get it. Finally, it's my turn.
You're wasting your time, but whatever. Let's try this.
Nice. None can escape.
Robbie doesn't know what he's missing.
We've done it. Excellent work.
Ah, Hunter, good to...
Man, I think they got...
Nice shirt. Too bad you had to die for it.
What shape? Emo kids for life.
We've really been putting the pedal to the Hydra metal, huh, Hunter? Haven't seen the Hellrite this fired up since... well, ever. I thought she could use a little tune-up, and we could use a little break to catch up.
What is on your mind, Robbie?
Honestly, just wanted to say thanks. I was starting to feel like a fifth wheel around here for a while. But lately, not so much. Even old Sparky agrees. Well, both of us just wanted to say thanks. Nice to feel useful. Know what I mean?
Friends help each other, Robbie. That is what we are here for.
Thanks, Hunter. It's not always easy talking about this stuff, you know. I didn't exactly grow up in as friendly a neighborhood as Spider-Man.
Nor did I. My mother made sure of that.
Yeah. With me, it was my uncle. Something else we have in common, I guess. Who would have thought a 300-year-old demon hunter from Old Salem, Massachusetts, hanging with the spirit of vengeance from East LA in a magically restored transient abbey as, you know, friends?
Stranger things have happened, and will happen, I'm sure.
And I look forward to all of them.
Think Dr. Strange knows Merlin? Practice makes perfect. I'm ready when you are. your thing.
Bad guys better start running.
Hello.
Any new leads? Okay, Central. Work your magic. I'm not gonna sleep well after reading this. Got some ops ready for you. Stay out of trouble.
This should be useful. This will do nicely. Always better to be prepared.
So, how's the whole saving the world thing going? These should definitely give you an edge. If this thing behind me turns into a giant gateway to ancient Egypt, I'm quitting.
I'm happy to help, Hunter. I thought I had sensed a great power approaching.
Let's do this. Not everyone wants my advice, but they're gonna get it either way. Later. Keep the reflexes sharp.
It's good to have you around again.
Bad guys better start running.